Most of the time, we receive error, null reference exception, object reference not set to an instance of an object. It's the most common error. It occurs when you just forget to pass something in a script or some button or anything that you just forget to pass, and then I just forget it, and then you pass and the error disappear. But what I'm just going to tell you over here is that but sometimes everything is done, everything is alright, but it still give you error. So what's the reason for this error to occur? Sometimes it's related to your script execution order. Okay, so let me just tell you through an example how you can understand like what is this problem. What you can see is a screen in front of, this is a player. You can say that the red one is my player and this one is my camera. They both have script. You can say red one is the script for the player and green one is the script for the camera. So what's going to happen over here, you can consider that this player is in start function is just setting its animator. I'm sorry for the bad writing. Animator is just getting reference to the animator. Okay, and there is a function over here or a method that uses that animator, okay, of the player. So it is basically a method, M for method. So this camera is actually calling this function of the player that uses animator. So what's gonna happen when my scene gets loaded? It's not how execution work. One script is gonna call first, then another, then for example you have a script called game manager is gonna call first, and you have another script is gonna call the second one, third one, and fourth. So what happens sometimes, for example, when you don't define the script or execution order, for example the camera script is gonna call first. Okay, so when it's gonna call first, for example first camera script is called, and then on the second my player script is gonna called. Okay, so what's gonna happen when I'm gonna call my camera script and the start function of the camera is gonna call the function from the player script that is using the animator, but the animator is still not assigned to the player, so it's gonna give me a null reference exception from the script of the player. It's telling me that you haven't assigned the animator yet and you are calling that script from camera. So first you need to pass the animator and then call the function from either the player script or from any other script. That's what is causing the problem. The problem is not always same for everyone. It depends upon the logic of your game. Okay, you need to go into the project settings and then script execution order that you can see. And after you are in your script execution order, you have to click on the plus icon that is at it's right, bottom right corner before the apply button. You have to click on that. You need to find your script name. For example, in my case, I want to call gameplay manager first and then biker logic mechanic. So that's how your problem is gonna work, and the null reference exception is gonna go away. The script, so it depends upon your logic what's gonna give you a null reference exception. You need to check. For example, if you're calling something and it is dependent upon another script, you want to call the one first and the other that is calling that function later on, so it don't give you any null reference exception. I hope you understand the concept and it's gonna work for you. It must happen with the one who are just you can say new and they're just working and they're trying to find why it's giving null reference exception, but it is one of the cause that null reference exception occur.